During the last few hours on the island of Kea, we went for a short hike that we've been wanting to do for kind of 2 days. We went up over the city where they had apparently windmills, but once we arrived, we figured out that most of those windmills are actually abandoned and they don't function anymore, so it was mostly just brick buildings. But yeah, we still got a great view over Kea and basically all of the surrounding sea, all the way over to Athens, which was also our next stop. So for the rest of the day, we just went to a local restaurant in Kea where we had some typical Kean food. We also went to like a museum, which was an archaeological museum where they had a lot of different discoveries from Kea and their surrounding areas. It was very nice. Unfortunately, I couldn't film inside, so there's not a lot of footage from in there. But for a small island like this, I think the museum was pretty impressive. And then we took the ferry over to Athens, which took around an hour. Unfortunately, the ferry arrives in like the very south port of Athens, from where it takes another 2 hours per bus to get to the center. So for the rest of the day we didn't really do much, we just checked into our apartment. And yeah, that was it for the day 7 of our Greece adventure, and now on to day 8, where we have basically 1 day to explore Athens. So we got a pass that allows us to visit 7 sites in 1 day, including the big Acropolis and all of the other things. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me right now. Back to me.
Good morning from Athens. So it's our first and only day here in the capital of Greece. We have 1 day basically to explore what is worth exploring. And we are starting at, what is this place called? Hadrian's Library, which is a library, I guess. I have to be honest, I don't know much about Greece's history or anything else about Greece. I guess we will learn together what kind of places are here. Let's start with Hadrian's Library, apparently.
Yes, ¿dónde?
So I just finished the first stop. I'm not exactly sure what the library still is. Like there was not a lot of information material or anything, but there were a lot of cats, which was nice. So I guess I saw cats. Yeah, if you buy the 30 euro ticket, it's included in there anyways, so you might as well go. But otherwise, I don't know if I would recommend it, just as its own thing. And yeah, right now we're going to the next stop, which is the Roman Agora, whatever that is. Hope there's gonna be more information about this. So yeah, see you there. Quick stop for breakfast and finish the Roman Agora. So the place was used for trading, from what I gathered, until I think it stood until pretty late, until like the early or late 19th century. And yeah, but yeah, it wasn't like a lot of the buildings in Athens. Obviously, there's nothing there other than signs and a few ruins. Oh, they had turtles. So they had like 2 turtles in there, which was interesting. And yeah, we had a quick breakfast, and now we are on our way to the Acropolis, which is kind of the main attraction in Athens, which is this really big building. Hi, okay. Which is this really big building on top of the hill in Athens. So yeah, it's a 20-minute walk from here through the old town. and then we're gonna check that one out because it's included in the 30 € ticket as well. I hope she gets better, but. Climb down from the Acropolis, and personally for me, for the Acropolis, that's not recommended. At least if you do it, you have to probably go very early, so at opening hours at 8, and you have to climb up to the top first, and then you have to go down kind of, because there's so many people at the top. It's like, and it's also really hot right now. It's 11 a.m. but it's already so fucking hot that it's and it's almost no shade up there because there's only a few trees. So yeah, not the nicest thing, but I think the area around the Acropolis is pretty nice. You got like stuff like here, like the Spring of Clepsydra. I don't know what that is, but you got a lot of things like that. So definitely that would recommend. I don't know, climbing up. Yeah, if you do, go up early and maybe go in winter when it's not so hot. But yeah, we're just gonna walk around the remaining area of the Acropolis, and then gonna check out what else we can go to with the ticket, or maybe the Acropolis Museum as well, which is supposed to be really nice. Now at the what's it called? Olympion, which is these kind of pillars which you can see behind me. And I'm sorry if the audio quality is bad, but they said no microphone in here because I guess they didn't want me to take like the sound of the building standing still. Yeah, so no microphones. Anyways, but yeah, this is like an old temple that was built during like a period where there were like very strict rulers, and it was built kind of as it was supposed to be a temple, but it was kind of built as more of a like a status symbol, kind of as a prestige project, so to speak, of that guy. So it wasn't completed for like, I don't know, 500 years or something. And actually a lot of parts of it were used in like other buildings around the city, which wasn't really common with temples or other stuff. So this was not really seen as a temple, but more of a, you know, as a project that just one guy wanted to kind of create. But eventually it was finished by the Roman Empire Hadrian. And yeah, it stood for like 100 years until it was like, yeah, plundered or something. Eventually it was destroyed. Sometimes they don't really know why or when, but it was probably because of an earthquake. And today there's like 16 pillars standing, but I don't think there's actually 16. I think one is crashed as well, so probably less than 16. And yeah, it's also included in the ticket price earlier. Yeah, we're just gonna walk around here a bit, and then I think we have 2 or 3 more things that we can see with the tickets. So we are now at Lycaon, which is very far outside from all of the other sites. So we had to walk from the Olympion for about 20 minutes, but you can walk for like a nice park here. But yeah, it's an area that's kind of like, it used to be outside of the city, and it used to house like colleges and like training grounds and schools and stuff like that. And yeah, there's not much of it left. Yeah, it's included in the ticket price. If it's a single price, it's €4. Kind of worth checking out, I guess. And you can also walk through the national park, which is nice. So yeah, we're just gonna walk around a bit, see what this is about. Maybe take a quick rest, and then we're gonna continue onwards, either taking the metro back to some other spots or maybe walking through the park back again. We'll see. And our next stop is the ancient Agora, which is this really big area. It's almost as big as the Acropolis, I think, of, well, just a bunch of things. I don't know, I can tell you maybe a bit more later on. I'm not exactly sure what kind of stuff they have here. But yeah, again, we're just gonna look around the area. It's our second to last stop, then there's only one place left. So let's enjoy. At our last stop of the 7-stop tour. What was the name of this? I'll put the name of it below. I forgot what it was. But yeah, so we did all 7 places. So basically I think the overall money value is, so you get Keramitos. So you get Makos. So you get a 30 euro ticket. You can get it reduced if you're a student or something. And you get entry to like these 7 places. For example, the Acropolis is normally gonna be 20 euro. The other place we went to before, that was 10 euro. This place is 8 euro. So you already, if you visit 3 places, basically those 3 or something else, you already get your money's worth. But the thing is, this ticket is actually valid for 5 days. So you don't have to do it as we did. And I would not recommend it doing it as we did, which is in one day doing all 7 sites. Instead, if you're here for maybe 2 days or something, maybe split it half and half, and you can also skip some sites, like the one we visited earlier, the Lyceos or whatever it was called. It's kind of far out and it's not really that special. I think you can skip that. And yeah, but yeah, I think it's a very good value ticket. And yeah, don't be crazy and do this in one day, because we've been walking for almost 9 hours now, and it's in this like 35 degrees heat. It's not really fun. But yeah, we're just gonna look around our last stop here, and then we're just gonna go home because we have a flight tomorrow at like 6 a.m. So we also have pasta, so we want to cook that, and then yeah, we have to leave home at like 3 a.m. or something. So, and I have to work the next day tomorrow at like 9 or 10 a.m. So yeah. So enjoy the rest of the footage, and then I'll do a small Greece recap once we are back in our apartment.
Welcome back from the future. I completely forgot to film an outro for the last video because, as I said, we've been walking around for 9 hours, so we were pretty tired and we had a flight in the next morning at 3 a.m. So yeah, we just went to bed basically that day. So yeah, basically what I said, the recap that I thought I would do, I thought I'll do it in an extra video because this video is almost 20 minutes long already, and I thought, yeah, well, I'll just do it in an extra video. But overall, I think great time in Greece. Last day in Athens was also fun. I think 1 day is just enough to see most of the stuff that the city has to offer. 2 days if you don't want to rush things. 3 days if you want to see a few more things outside of the like historical city center. But yeah, I'll do like a more in-depth recap in an extra video. It's gonna be up next week. So yeah, until then, see ya.